All right. Final thoughts, Darren. You got anything?
Of course not. Nothing this time.
Well, this time I do.
Congratulations. I think I know where you're about to agree to go with this. Let's see if I'm right or not.
Okay. I know that a lot of people have shown a lot of frustration on the Pacers and Cavs series.
This is it. This is it.
So, yes, I just want to throw something out here because normally I'm always the first person to believe, yes, that Game 3 collapse, that was the biggest collapse in game history, in my personal opinion. No doubt about it. Stats prove that the Cleveland Cavaliers had dominated the Indiana Pacers in the second half alone, except in the free throw category. My thing is with this is I do not sit in with this. Something is wrong with this series for the Cavaliers to be leading 3-0. Forget about how the Pacers played the second half. Forget about how the Pacers played games 1 and 2. We all have got to admit the Pacers has played their ass off. And why can I not get a win off of this? I have a possible theory on why this is. I believe that it has a lot to do with this. They just got a contract, a big extension contract between ESPN, ABC, and TNT about 3 years ago. Your main man, LeBron James, besides Stephen Curry, are the two ones that are bringing in hella income for the NBA. LeBron James with his Nike endorsements. LeBron James with jersey sales. And then you add that to the games that they are televising that they just got this big extension for big money, TNT and ESPN. They are looking at this as a disgrace. They're looking at this as a disgrace. It don't sit right with me. They are looking at this and they're like, the Pacers got into this playoffs? Are you kidding me? So here are my two possible – no, here is my main theory on who I believe that was supposed to be in that playoffs with a good, sizable team market. The Miami Heat and the Detroit Pistons. The Pacers were supposed to be out of this playoffs, and the NBA is furious. And now they are creating a loophole. Bet they are. They are creating a loophole to help protect these referees, to send them to say, hey, look, the Pacers do not belong here. Let's get them the hell out of here. Sweep them. Do whatever you got to do in order for them to get them out of this playoffs so we can get better money between another team like Toronto, Milwaukee, or Boston. This do not sit right with me. Pacers has played so hard. They have dominated the Cavaliers. They are right up there with them. They may not got the number 2 seed. They may not get the number 1 seed. But they are right up there with them. And we have seen the stats. We have seen everything compared to the Cavaliers and the Pacers. This do not sit right with me. This is why I believe that the Cavaliers are going to sweep the Pacers. This is why I believe that. Money, market size, that pisses me off because that is not fair to the Pacers fans whatsoever, and especially Memphis Grizzlies. But Dave Fizdale spoke up on the behalf of his team, and he got slapped with a fine. But they all still came together, which I give due credit to that. I also believe that the NBA has full control of who they want in the playoffs for them to advance. Because I ain't never seen it. LeBron James, 6 consecutive NBA Finals appearance. Why is that? Because they control who they want in the playoffs. It's all about the money. It is all about the money. This right here has absolutely nothing to do with the Pacers and how they collapsed in the second half. This has absolutely nothing to do with Cleveland and the way that they have been shooting the ball, and they dominated the Pacers games 1 and 2, but then the Pacers fought back. That has nothing to do with it. They are controlling this playoffs, and they have been for years. This don't sit right with me. It don't. I call it a disgrace because the Pacers deserve more than that. And then it got all swiped clean. It just went out of the way because the Pacers was out of the playoffs. It was out of the playoffs. Period. And that's exactly what they wanted. But then Larry Bird fired back and Paul George fired back. When they got Lance Stevenson, that blew their plan up the hose. Blew them up the hose. They won 4 of their last 5 games to end the regular season. Are you kidding me? Pacers were supposed to go in there and dominate games 1 and 2. And they were supposed to take a commanding 3-0 series lead against the Cavaliers. Because the Pacers have done it all. They have came back. They have struggled. They have done everything. They have proven to the world, and they have proven it to me, that they can play against a team like the Cleveland Cavaliers. But when you got somebody like LeBron James, they're going to do whatever they can to keep this man into the playoffs and keep that income coming. Now, had this not like been the Orlando Magic, if the Orlando Magic was the first seed and the Pacers was the 8th, this would have been a whole nother ballgame. A whole nother ball game. The Pacers still would have gave them a run for their money. That game would have went into 7. But the Pacers has a higher market versus the Orlando Magic. They have more sold-out games versus the Orlando Magic. They have it all. And I believe the NBA would have controlled that to send the Pacers like they did back in 2011. Pacers, Magic. Who did they send? They sent the Pacers to move on. And then they went to the semis, and they got beat by who? LeBron James. Let me tell you something. They cannot handle the Pacers. No, let me take that back. They cannot handle. LeBron James cannot handle the Pacers. Can't. NBA executives and referees are taking over this game, and they are helping wherever LeBron is at. They got him covered. They got him covered. When Dave Fizdale said what he said, that refereeing of that game was unprofessional, Dan Crawford was the lead man of refs that game. And guess who was the ref game 3 of the Pacers and the Cavs? Dan Crawford's crew. I do not sit right with this. Folks, I just had to get that out there. I had to, because that was going to bother me. That was going to bother me. This is why I believe that this whole ordeal here, this is nothing but them, executives, referees, all of them helping out LeBron James, because he is doing them a favor by bringing them money. And they're going to do whatever they can to send this man to the NBA Finals again so they can get big bonuses. That's all I got to say about that.
Good theory. That's all I have. Good theory.
I don't like it. I don't like it. If I could prove that theory, I would. And I'm doing everything I can to try to connect the dots here, and it's not coming up right for me so far.
Because they're not going to share everything.
No, exactly. They're not going to share everything. I just have to work with what I got so far. So, and that's what I've seen. That's what I've seen so far.
Good theory.
Yeah. But that's all I got for my final thoughts. I feel better. I let it out.
Let's wrap this up.
Let's wrap it on up.